Okay guys, we are back. You don't even want to know how long it took me to line this up. I worked on it for about a half an hour. And I couldn't film it obviously because you would be watching me moving and stretching. But I think I lined it up in a way that I'm happy with. So there's a lot of rips in this cover, but this is the goal that I wanted, and I think we're in good shape. What are we gonna do next? I'll tell you what we're gonna do next. Right here, I have a brush. Right here, I have my methyl cellulose. I have uploads where I show how I make that. Right here, I have Tengojo paper. We are going to basically wrap the whole back cover with Tengojo. Without the Tengojo, I don't think this book would survive. So what am I doing right now? What I'm doing is I'm rolling a sheet that I measured out of Tengojo on my rolling pin, just like that. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the Tengojo right on the cover side of the cover of the book. Then I have my brush. We're gonna dip a little in and get some methyl cellulose. Then I'm gonna brush it going outwards, just like this. And then what will happen is the Tengojo will adhere to the actual cover. Also, by brushing it away, I am smoothing out the Tengojo as well, just like this. And this is going to be a fun upload when I actually send this book to CGC, because I am going to send it to CGC as a conserved book. And the reason why I'm saying it's going to be fun, is because I want to see if they will give it a conserved grade. And the reason why I'm questioning is I never submitted a book to CGC and tried to get a conserved grade when I did a full Tengojo wrap or backing on the book. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they or CGC will acknowledge a Tengojo backing as a conserved process. I can't see them not, because conservation is something that is trying to prolong the life of the book versus restoration, which is more aesthetics. So here we go, we're rolling it. Now we got the back wrap. And as you can see, look how much of this cover that is missing. How are you supposed to conserve a cover like this just with a leaf casting? This cover has so many rips in it because of the tape that was on it. There's really no way, in my opinion. See, I don't like the way that piece is. So that's, and look, a piece came up. Amazing. So what I'm going to do is I'll just take this piece off and we will apply that. We will reapply it when I reverse it, and you'll see how I'm going to do it. So right here we have some issues. I'm going to pull the rame, That's why this Reme is so important. And I want to move over this piece because it moved. And I don't like the way it looks. So we're going to move it over and try to get it to look a little bit better. Okay? And dealing with wet paper is very difficult. So let's see if I can make this a little tighter. And I'm okay with it. Okay? So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to actually, I have to pull this, pull the Reme, and I'm going to roll the whole Tengojo. Let's get rid of it. And we'll flatten it out with the brush now. Wipe off my rolling pin of the methyl cellulose. We'll use some water on that. And now what I want to do is I want to brush the methyl cellulose away from the center to the outside of the cover. Look at that, putting nice methyl cellulose. This will strengthen not only the Tengojo paper and adhere it, but it will also strengthen the wrap as well. Just like that. Look at that, nicely. So this is really making this cover strong for generations in the future. And I hope that CGC does recognize this as a conserved project. What are we going to do next? What we're going to do next is, I have a feeling that this is going to be a two-part. I'm going to put a piece of Reme on the back, just like this. Look, you see? And then what I'll do is I will brush out the cover. And then what are we going to do, Jerry the Jitterbug? I'm sorry for referring to myself as Jerry the Jitterbug. I know there was that one guy who didn't like that, and he said I thought I was important to refer to myself as Jerry the Jitterbug, but we really don't care what he thinks. Give me a second, I have to get some more stuff here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put, I have my grates over. I have to run to the other room. I'm coming back, guys. I'm missing some materials. I'm usually a little bit more organized. Okay, let's just leave that there. I'm on the side. Okay, so now what do I want to do? What I want to try to do is I want to try to remove the top piece of Reme. So now we can attempt to work on the actual front of the cover. So this is a slow process. You can't just pull it off, even though it's Reme and it's not supposed to stick. You want to take your time in pulling it off. Actually, it's good to roll it too, because then you get the Reme out of the way that you're taking off the book. So here we go. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, guys, there you go. There's the cover. Whew! I'll tell you, it's not easy. It really isn't. and sometimes it's very stressful. And I have to do a shout out to, I know everyone says, how many times are you going to mention this guy, Kenny Sanderson? But he works on books that I wouldn't even want to touch. Batman, early Batman books, and all these crazy books. And I'm getting stressed for a little number 78. But one of the reasons also why it's very stressful, guys, is that I'm doing this on camera. And that's another reason why. But I'm going to pause it right now. And I want to set the camera up differently, because we're going to try to put the pieces on in the front. And now we can do it because I have the Tengojo here, and it will act as a support for the pieces that I'm going to put on right now. So hang loose. This may be part 2. I don't know yet, but I'm going to set it up.